would be nice to have a restaurant that we can go to. Or can we fix this bridge or that bridge? The problem is we don't have the sewer system. We don't have the revenue to do those things that people want to do. And so we have to generate it some way.
Right.
And we have to try to fill the needs of the community some way.
Right.
I feel like this is on a main corridor. The traffic that has been generated there is not something the town has generated or promoted. It has been created by the actions of Blount County and the partnership and the things that they put on around the county.
Right.
But if you want to make, I guess, lemonade out of lemons,
Right.
then generate some money with
Right.
a couple of restaurants there that people can have dinner at. So,
I think
or a grocery store.
I think it's clear the benefits potentially for the town. My
I wrote down the revenue comment. That
Well,
was
it's
the
just,
thing.
I know maybe you might not want a grocery store, you might not, but that's one of the big things that several people have mentioned, that just a small grocery store and a restaurant. So, and that's fine, your money can go to Alcoa, that's fine. I mean, but it's just a thought that a lot of people are interested in, that, well, maybe you're not.
Well,
So-
one thing, sorry, I hate to make a second comment, but I have lived in a town where it was a problem.
in the grocery store.
It's your time.
The problem is that grocery store paves the roads in Alcoa. It does things for the city of Alcoa. We want to do things for our town. People ask us all the time to improve our parks, improve our roads, improve our bridges, make the traffic stop. We can't do anything without the revenue that we don't have. So if you can help me come up with that as a mayor, I would be glad to do it. But there is not the revenue out there for a town of our size to do the things that people want us to do. So we're trying to be creative and do things that would be on the main road where we already have traffic and not do it out all over the town of Louisville. And this is a good opportunity to do that. But, if we don't want any improvements, then that's fine with me.
When Red Shark, where you?
So this property is set there for a long time. I will not always be mayor, so the next person can change the zoning and we could have a bunch of condos there. Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to have a citizen who's an upstanding citizen in our town do something nice on the property and prevent.
Well, it's nice unless you
Major-
go in the code and
You don't live there.
But the sewer exists regardless.
I've lived in
It's
Louisville
bad
my
enough,
entire
it's,
life.
I'm in the boat business, so I love boats, but.
Actually, my dad has property that
You
was water.
You don't live
I
in
grew
it.
up.
But it's
So,
so bad, the
and
sewer
he
still
still
there.
owns it, so.
The sewer still exists, regardless.
Okay, here in the corner.
I'd like to know if we have a financial commitment from a grocery store developer or a restaurateur who's financially committed to it more than just a verbal agreement. Oh, I'd like to build a restaurant in Louisville.
May I answer that?
Person, blue shirt.
Yes, sir. My name's Chris Higgins. I live in the code that's in question.
Next.
Are you going to address that?
We do have an agreement with the owner of that property for that.
I mean, just a word of mouth or like a...
No, it actually was presented to the Board of Mayor and Alderman. The Board of Alderman voted on it. The Board of Mayor and Alderman liked the idea so much that they set aside $600,000 to try to come up with a sewer system.
Right,
Be able to support it.
but there's a restaurateur that's financially committed to, if there was sewer, he said he would open a restaurant, and it's not just word of mouth, but financial or written commitment.
Yes, but the town's very selective on what this is going to look like. We don't want a strip
No,
mall.
I understand that.
He
But
is
yes.
a restaurateur.
No, I understand that, but I
He's a
would
He
ask...
has made a financial investment, that's his property.
No, I understand that, but I would ask the board not to make any type of adjustment for a business that hasn't committed to moving. So like, making an exception for the rules to allow for a future business to move in without a commitment already made. If there's nobody committed, there's no conversation to
The
have. Just make an
landowner,
exception.
developer
on-
is the restaurant person, like that's the guy who with the town is working with.
I understand, but it's
is
just a
the
hypothetical
restaurant
without a
person.
financial
No, and I
incentive.
know, I'm just like answering it. The one who's wanting to develop that area is the one who will open the restaurant. He is the one who has restaurants.
Guys, we're digressing, talking about a restaurant. That's not, that's actually.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's, so can we just stay focused on?
This is, we had a motion by Stephen Kelly to deny the preliminary plan due to not meeting the town requirements set by the planning commission. Or the 300,000 square feet is what it was. And so it was seconded by Kent and it passed unanimously. So. And we're getting better, but we still have a lot of gray area. And we approved a property much smaller than this one. And I don't know how we can not treat everybody the same. And we can change it in the future. And we can change it, but we've crossed that barrier. We have crossed it. I didn't vote to cross it, but we've crossed the barrier.
Make a right.
The non-contiguous property is not even a factor because we did approve a PUD. Not me, but our planning commission, which I do not serve on. That is much smaller.
Don't do it.
So we have to change it by changing our zoning ordinance. We have to do it that way. Whenever we approved that one, we actually effectively changed our zoning ordinance according to our planner.
Right. Can't even find the minutes. You want it here.
Yeah,
Do what?
it was approved because it was
I have
signed
still
off
not
on.
seen minutes that
6
show
units.
me cloud property was approved. I haven't seen them yet.
Minutes.
It was in the minutes that he was approved for 6 units.
Where?
No, it only says they.
The minutes that are attached to the exhibit say that it was it was denied. I don't see anything that says that 6 was approved. And they couldn't have approved that anyway because no site plan
Well,
had even been
do you
drafted
want me to pull up we can,
at 8.
they denied 8, but they approved 6.
There's no wording in here that says they approved 6.
You said they were confusing, so we're
I
gonna,
can tell you that doesn't do it.
No.
The minutes that were approved is what is the decision of the body. Period.
okay,
Regardless of what the tape says.
I was told that last month that I couldn't change the minutes because they were approved.
okay.
Minutes once approved is the action of the body. Regardless of what the tape says.
So,
I don't know if I should provide any clarification on it. The minutes are those, it never, from what I've gone back, because I've researched it all, it never came back to the planning commission. After that, the cloud properties did come back one time in October, or August, maybe I can verify that for you, but it was not an agenda item. They came back to ask the planning commission, if they could skip the DRC, because the DRC has taken about a couple months to get back to them. And they said they would reach out, try to get that meeting set. If not, they'd be on the next one. But from there, the DRC on their schedule got the plans approved with the DRC. And once that is approved, they start their process. Barry gives them their permit. So
did you review the plans for the cloud property?
I remember seeing
Did you review the plans for the cloud property
that.
as the chairman?
That you see is what was sent to the planning commission.
Okay,
6 units that night.
they did.
It's
They
not
did.
minutes.
You can pull the minutes up.
So do we want to make Mr. Cloud take up his property? Or do you want to bring it in for approval now?
That's silly.
Because this
What's
was,
done is done.
this was brought.
This isn't done yet.
What, this is what was brought. This is what was presented. That was what was voted on. And so do we want to go ahead and say this needs to go?
Mayor, I disagree with you.
I don't have a vote, but I know how they came up with 3.03 acres. It included the property in the lake.
That never came up in discussion. The land below the 813, never. In any planning commission meeting.
It never came up, but
It was approved.
came up in the last planning.
Mayor Pugh,
And it was accepted.
wasn't the planning commission?
Well, that was the question that was brought before the planning commission that night. Could they have 6 or 8 units? That was the question. And they denied 8. So they automatically had 6. The question is, that's why his property was denied, that it was not 300,000 square feet. So we're way off the topic of why his was not approved and why was this one approved. So his was approved. It was way under the size. That's the question that he was denied on. And so, Ed Cloud's was approved and, Mr. O'Hara's was denied based on the size of the PUD.
I'd like to let you know that Patrick O'Hara will be resubmitting his proposed PUD for Louisville Road next meeting. Information provided to committee at a previous date was erroneous. The statement made that the town had never allowed a subdivision or PUD less than 30,000 square feet lots is incorrect. We have 2 such examples. One's on Trevor Drive and the other one's over here in the other neighborhood.
Where were the places? Because I know, did you look at Caroline Courts?
Up here off of top side. I will get you a copy of the plat.
Yeah.
Did you look at Caroline Court? Because I know my dad did that one, and he said it was based on the 30-20-20.
Which one again?
Caroline Court.
That's possibly
Off of Old Topside Road.
mine.
So
What's the road there? Remember?
it's Caroline Court.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. I know there was 2.